it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and happy Friday, guys. Today is Friday, May 17th, and we are officially in our Apex challenge, right? We decided, if you're new to the channel, thank you for clicking. If you're not, thank you for sticking around. Basically, we're going to dominate Apex, right? I decided to go for a 300k challenge just because of the drawdown is higher, right? It gives you $7,000 worth of drawdown, and we're using one basic strategy, and we're gonna pass this shit, right? If you're new to the channel, basically I created this shit a year ago, right, in July, to accomplish the same thing but with FTMO. Everything went phenomenal. I was funded. I was a six-figure funded trader, and I got to say it. I got payouts. However, I stopped posting coming into October. I was like, oh, I had a lot going on, right, within my life, work, and everything else. But unfortunately, I fell into nasty habits, right? My former habits of revenge trading and not taking proper entries. And then all these CFDs started crashing, which completely sucked, right? So I lost all my funding and decided to go for futures. So currently we're max allocated with Top Step, and we're working on Apex, right? Doing baby steps. We're gonna do one account at a time, and we're gonna make some money while doing it. And I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show myself that I ain't crazy, and my strategy works, right? It's extremely simple. You're gonna and when I say my strategy, it's not my strategy. It's a lot of ICT concepts. It's just something that I started trading, and it's easy for me. It works with my schedule, and yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. Last year, it happened way more than it did this year, but we'll get into the numbers. So basically, you take price from midnight to 8:30, right? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me pause this. Pause. Unpaused. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to take a phone call. So yeah, we're gonna take price from 12 midnight, right, to 8:30 a.m. This is all New York time, Eastern Standard Time, guys. Eventually, I'm gonna get to be able to say it correctly without like having any issues, but whatever. Um, so yeah, and you're just gonna mark out the highs and lows of that time. It's extremely simple. The strategy is extremely basic. You're gonna mark out the high. You're gonna mark out the low. And I repeat this pretty much in every video, just for you new guys to understand where we're coming from, because it's extremely simple. And you're just gonna wait for the high or the low to be taken out, right? Liquidity to be taken, and then there be a market structure shift. So as you can see, we were creating higher highs, right? Higher lows. Then all of a sudden, we took out this liquidity with this high, created a market structure shift, and then now we're creating a lower low. So for a reversal, what's going to happen? Well, price is going to come up here. It's not going to break the high, because if it does, then you're wrong. And then it's going to come down. And we're going to enter in on the 61.8 of this leg. Wrong thing. Sorry about that. Like so. Pending order. Short. And that's it. Targeting 2 times risk. Extremely simple. Guys, like, simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? Like, stupid, simple, simply. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, simple is easier. Sometimes we overcomplicate ourselves with knowing too much, right? It's a simple break and retest. That's exactly what it is, right? A market structure shift is a break and a retest, and then we're just basing it off of liquidity. As far as we believe that there's liquidity above, it's going to be taken out and force price to sell off, right? And you can target higher time frame liquidity if you want and go for a longer move. But that's just the gist of it. I take a 2-to-1 because I noticed that that's the sweet spot for the strategy. That's it. That's it. So getting into today's price, here we are, right? We got the high, and we got the low, right? And now we're going to wait for the higher low to be taken. Oh, geez. Oh, spoiler. Here we go. So, high was taken out. At this point in time, you're looking for your market structure shift. So, you want this low to have a close below. And we get it. So, simple. Steps 1, steps 2 are taken care of. So now what do? Well, we start pulling out our fib. That's all we do. And we start pulling out our fib and tracing it down. Now, today was a great day because if you stuck to the strategy, there was honestly no way you could screw it up, right? Now, remember, guys, my strategy is if you take out the high, you're looking for a sell. If price comes all the way down and takes out the low, right, this low, without a pullback, and it doesn't give you an entry, after you take out this low, what you're looking for is a buy. You're looking for a market structure shift and go in a buy direction. So that's very key. And at this point, we're placing a pending order short. I'm going to be completely honest. I placed mine on the 59. That's where I got in, a little bit below. Right? I did not want to miss out on my trade because we created this fair value gap. So I noticed that the 61.8 was above the fair value gap, and I did not want to get not triggered. So I made a little bigger of a stop loss. It was halfway down, but whatever. Let me price out. You see, we get triggered. All right. And then full TP. Right there. That's all she wrote. Extremely simple. If you notice, I'm going to use this line here. We never took out this liquidity. So, technically, since I backtest my strategy, either win or lose, since we never took out this liquidity and you wanted to actually stick to the rules of the 61.8, you could have gone in for right there, right? For a second chance, and you would notice that price eventually does come all the way down. Okay, that's it. So now we took out the low. I've never run the strategy like back and forth, like two market structure shifts, but sometimes it does happen. Today wasn't one of those days. I believe that the only market structure shift that we got was around 3 o'clock or 2:30, and we did not get a pullback. Yeah, over here, there's no pullback. That's it. That was it. Extremely simple. Extremely simple. That was your trade for the day. In profit. So nice. And yeah. Like, I honestly can't wait for these 300K accounts because I could use larger contract sizes than I do with Top Step. And I could really, I'm gonna do $500 risk for $1,000 profit, and then I'll start pulling out after I make a cushion of $7,000. Like, that's my goal. Anyway, what else can we talk about real quick before I get off? Spend my Friday with my family. The numbers. Let's take a look at the numbers. So, the numbers. Bam. You guys see that? Okay. So currently we're sitting at a 56% win rate. So slowly but surely it's going up, right? We got a 50% win rate with red folder news. It's still profitable. 67 without news. I haven't sat here and actually filled in the news type. I really have to do that. I have an idea where I'm gonna set up a formula so it automatically fills it out for me because I was able to grab grab it off of FX Replay. I'm not FX Replay. I'm sorry. Forex Factory, and I just have to adjust the way the dates come out. So once I can do that, it's gonna be a plug and play for me, which is gonna be phenomenal. Um, what else? Let's see. My worst day to trade is on a Wednesday, then Thursdays, and my best day is Monday, and then Fridays. So overall, let's go over here. Overall, for May, we're currently up $7,000, right? So not too bad. Overall, we are up $33,000 since January, which is great. If you would have started this challenge in April, you would have risking $1,000 to make $2,000. You would have already passed your Apex challenge for a 300K account, and that's it. And then just rinse and repeat, right? That's all we're doing is rinse and repeat. I'm going to continue to do so. So looking at the frustrating part was like last year was fucking great. Last year was phenomenal. So look, May 17th, compounding. We're at $335,000 compounding, right? And that is May 17th. Looking at last year's numbers, May 17th is right here, 83,000. Like that's a big difference, right? $83,000. It's a fucking huge difference. We ended off the year with $152,000 in profit. Um, so, and way more if we compounded. Wow, that's great. So, but it's not bad, right? The whole thing is just build up your funds, right? Keep passing accounts, and that 35, right? 300K accounts, that 35 becomes 60, right? Or four, let's say you're gonna half the risk because you don't want to risk $1,000. Then 4 accounts, right? Pay the $150 it is to get the account, pass the account. Now you have 4 accounts. You're gonna risk $500 to make $1,000, and at the end of how many months is this? January, February, March, April. So in let's say a month and a half, I mean 4 months, 4 months and a half, you have $60,000. That's not bad, right? And the great thing is with Apex, you can have up to 20 accounts. So doing the math, let's just say you have, let's say you have 20 accounts and you profited, where is 20 accounts, let's say you profited 15,000, right? With that time frame, that's $300,000, right? That's $300,000. It's insane, right? Within 4 months, if your win rate stays the same, if everything keeps going kosher, yeah, $500,000 to $1,000,000 within the year on those 20 accounts. Like that's life changing for me. Like I don't know about you guys, but that's like extremely powerful. And all you have to do is stick to some fucking rules. And I say this to myself more than anybody else because it's so hard for me to lose, right? I don't think anybody likes to lose, but the psychology part of trading is real. Like we have to learn how to disconnect ourselves one from the money. Like the problem is when you see it that way, it's powerful, right? And you want it now. But there's a process to get there, right? And I'm currently still in my process of getting there. But I have the skill set. It's not hard. If you have a good risk to reward, and if you have data to back it up, it really isn't hard, right? It's not hard to make a trading plan or anything else. Fortunately for me, it's hard to not execute it, but go against me, right? But I am definitely, since I started the channel again, I've been sticking to it. So I haven't looked into TradeZella, but I think I'm going to, because I want to really start analyzing my trades besides doing my Excel sheet. I want to see how it links up with the broker, and go from there. So hopefully I'm able to do that. And then you guys, I don't know how it works. Maybe there's a link or something. You guys could track the trades with me. So I was thinking about that. I'm also thinking about just throwing my computer on, like, do live trading every day on YouTube, just to, not even like my face, just my computer screen. You guys can see when I take the entry and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you guys let me know. Anyways, thank you. Thank every single one of you guys, because you have no idea how helpful you guys are. You know, how, honestly, having this channel, being able to get on here and just vent is extremely helpful. So you guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. I'm going to as well. And yeah, stay tuned for my next video. Take care, guys.